Blox is currently the most popular game on Roblox, and it's the only game to make the Roblox servers crash and have the record for the most players at one time. It literally had more than 2 million people online when Update 20 first released, and it would have had a butt ton more if the game's servers literally didn't crash. So I think it's safe to say that this game won't be falling off anytime soon. But to find out the reason it will never die, we have to go back to where this all started. Most of you guys already know about Rip Indra, but there was another major person that helped out on this game, and his name was MyGame43. And what's crazy is that these guys are actually brothers in real life, so you already know they had the chemistry. MyGame43 already had a semi-popular game called Elemental Battlegrounds, but one day he suddenly stopped updating the game. A lot of fans were extremely angry about this, but little did they know that he was cooking up something that would go down in Roblox history. Sometime in 2018, MyGame and Rip Indra started working on a game called Blox, and the reason they chose to work on this game is because simulator games were very popular on Roblox, basically games that were grindy. And at this time, One Piece games also started to get very trendy, and it was one of Rip Indra's favorite shows, so they decided to hop on the hype train. But they couldn't do the same thing that everyone else was doing. You see, other simulator games are pretty basic. You just have to keep repeating the same pattern over and over again. Things like clicking over and over until you have enough coins to buy something that makes you click better. A pretty repetitive cycle, and that's the reason that many simulator games die out very fast. The first popular game to break this cycle was Pet Simulator X, because you could do a lot of things besides just clicking, like opening new eggs, unlocking new worlds, and way more. That's the reason that Pet Simulator games did very well back in the day. But after a long wait, on January 16th in 2019, the Blox Fruits open beta was released. It had a total of 12 fruits, 2 fighting styles, and the max level was literally 300. The game literally ended when you reached the Coliseum. It was pretty small back then, but that didn't really matter. You see, MyGame and Rip Indra did something that was never seen before. Instead of making it like your typical simulator game where you have to click and spam to level up, they made it a quest-based system where you talk to NPCs to equip quests. So instead of leaving an auto clicker on, you had to be physically active in-game to gain a higher level. This made players way more engaged in the game. As the updates rolled out, quests were not the only things that you could do. There were a lot of hidden challenges and items that you could get, which separated Blox Fruits from a simulator game and made it more of an open world RPG game. But it still had a main goal, which was reaching max level, and that's one of the things that makes the game so great. The second is that the game is obviously based after the One Piece anime, and that means people that watch One Piece and play Roblox are instantly going to want to try the new game. And chances are they will like it and they will continue playing the game. And with how crazy and content-filled the updates were, constantly adding things from One Piece to the game, stuff like ornament hockey, observation hockey, and a butt ton of fruits, as well as adding popular One Piece characters as bosses to the game. And the most important thing are the fruits. The fruits were the best part about Blox Fruits. For new Roblox players that haven't watched the One Piece anime, fruits were a very cool and unique type of power, which made it very original. Nowadays, we got games like King Legacy and Grand Peace, but those didn't exist back then. Blox Fruits was completely original. And remember how I said a lot of Blox Fruits' success depends on its connection to One Piece? Well, around November 2019, One Piece started copyright striking literally every Roblox game that was similar to the anime. And this was pretty bad timing because Blox Fruits had just released one of their biggest updates, which was the second C update. And once MyGame and Rip Indra heard about this, they instantly started working on an anti-copyright update, which changed the names and the brandings of every single item in the game. And since the game removed its connection to One Piece, the game dropped to 0 players. Just kidding, Blox Fruits was doing better than ever. And the reason for that is because even though the names of the fruits and items had changed, the abilities and weapon models still remained the same. So if you still watch One Piece and play Blox Fruits, you literally wouldn't miss the connection. The game was practically the same. Over the next few years, Blox Fruits just kept its updates constant, adding new worlds, new fruits, and many other things. This made the game heavily increase in popularity, as well as getting the attention of many popular YouTubers that all started to make videos on the game. It was a win-win situation. The YouTubers got content from making videos on the game, and those videos helped boost the game's popularity immensely. Another reason why Blox Fruits is extremely popular is because there are still things to do once you reach max level. Things like unlocking all the fighting styles, especially God Human. Oh my god, that's so difficult to get. Many new weapons, and mainly bounty hunting, where you can PvP against other players and test your skill level versus theirs. Blox Fruits also had a system in place so that you only gain bounty when you kill other players that are a similar level to you. And this made the game very fair and balanced. Blox Fruits also has a rule that you can't PvP or take damage to any other player if you're under the level 20. And this makes it very new user friendly, so people that join the game won't instantly leave if they get killed by someone, because that literally cannot happen. But suddenly everything came to a pause. There were literally no updates in the game for 8 whole months. The community grew very bored, and a lot of players began to quit the game slowly, and Blox Fruits slowly started to die down. But MyGame and Rip Indra decided to drop the biggest update in Blox Fruits history, Update 20. This was a major update for the game. They literally remodeled every fruit and added new animations, making everything a lot more modernized. But don't worry, the fruit abilities still remained the same. They also added a new fighting style and a sword and a butt ton of new accessories and a whole new island called Tiki Outpost. And they also added a bunch of new sea events. And did I mention they updated the ability effects for literally every old sword in the game. This update was focused on making everything more modernized. Soon after this update, they added the long-awaited Kitsune fruit to the game, which became the most expensive fruit in Blox Fruit's history. It literally cost 8 million belly to buy. And literally a month after that, they also added the T-Rex fruit during the Christmas update and fixed a butt ton of bugs. And that's where we are today. Blox Fruits is bigger than ever. It has 30 billion visits in total and has one of the most loyal fan bases in Roblox history. And that's the reason why Roblox Blox Fruits can never die.